and welcome back to this tutorial series where we go over the various settings within Fantasy Grounds Unity. This short video is going to get you into the configuration window that allows you to adjust those settings that tweak how Fantasy Grounds will run in relation to your computer. This video also assumes that you've launched Fantasy Grounds Unity and are currently sitting at the launcher screen that should look pretty close to what you're seeing on the screen right now. Due to the application being under constant development, at least at the time of this recording, there may be some subtle differences depending on the version that you are running versus the one that I am using for this video. So if I am referring to an option that is no longer in the location I am referencing, take a look around the interface for a moment, as it's most likely been moved to a new location. Having said that, however, the interface has remained relatively stable since release, so the odds of something changing will likely be low, unless SmiteWorks is making another pass over the user interface to make additional improvements. If this is the first time you have started Fantasy Grounds Unity, you will see near the bottom right of the Fantasy Grounds banner a version, a license key profile, and finally a date, which represents the date the version you are running was built. This is important as it's going to relate to the license you are currently running, be it free, which means that you're running a demo copy, standard, or the ultimate licenses. If you are a DM and this is the first time you started Fantasy Grounds Unity, or are a player making use of Fantasy Grounds Unity as a client to connect to a DM running with the Ultimate license, it will most likely contain the word free. I will not, however, be discussing the various types of licenses in this video, as I've already discussed those differences between the licenses in another video that I will be sure to link in the description below. Near the bottom of the left side menu, just above the Check for Updates button, you should see a Settings button. This is the first thing I want you to click on when you first launch Fantasy Grounds Unity. Specifically, it is right here. When you click on that Settings button, it will close out the launcher screen and load up the Fantasy Grounds Updater utility, which is what we will use to configure Fantasy Grounds itself. As you can see, there should be several tabs near the top of the upper half of the window. On my screen, I see the Basic, Account, Advanced, and Troubleshoot tab, of which I will explain each of these in a separate video, so that they can be quickly referenced. So with that, let's move on to the next video in the series.